Now, on Sunday, the Israeli military stated that it had completed another step in preparing for a possible war along its northern front, where it's been trading fire with Hezbollah. Tel Aviv and Hamas sent teams to Egypt for fresh talks on a potential ceasefire in the 6-month conflict. Earlier, the military said that it launched strikes on East Lebanon and hit Hezbollah infrastructure sites after the Iranian-backed group downed a drone. Hezbollah said it later fired dozens of Katyusha rockets that hit an air defense base in the Golan Heights in retaliation for the Israeli raids. The Israeli attack reportedly targeted a Hezbollah training camp in the village near the border with Syria and the town of Safri near Baalbek. Israeli shelling it's killed around 270 Hezbollah fighters and around 50 civilians. It's displaced some 90,000 people in South Lebanon. Around 60,000 Israelis have been uprooted from the country's northern border area. 18 people, civilians and soldiers, have been killed on the Israeli side of the border. The United States and other countries have sought a diplomatic resolution to the worst fighting between Israel and Hezbollah since their 2006 war. Both Israel and Hamas confirmed that they were sending delegations to Egypt. Netanyahu said that there would be no deal without a hostage release and that he would not cave to international pressure. Hamas says an agreement must include freedom of movement of residents across the Gaza Strip. Israel is under increased pressure from Washington. Biden has demanded that improve humanitarian conditions in Gaza and work towards a ceasefire and said that the United States should depend on that. It was the first time Biden, staunch supporter of Israel, has sought to use the United States' backing of Israel to influence its military behavior. Biden has also urged the leaders of Egypt and Cairo to pressure Hamas to agree to a ceasefire and a hostage deal. As you know, around 130 hostages are still being held in Gaza. Israel says an incursion into Rafah near the border with Egypt is needed to eliminate Hamas. Anxious foreign powers have said it could exact an unacceptable toll on civilians, with more than 1 million people sheltering there. Israel says it will evacuate civilians before launching an incursion. Palestinian residents of South Gaza's city of Khan Yunis said that they had seen Israeli forces leaving the center of the city and retreating to eastern districts.
Hamas ceased to function as a military organization throughout the Gaza Strip. The troops go out of Khan Yunis and prepare for their follow-up missions.
New video footage showed the destruction at Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis after Israel pulled out some of its troops. Israel is also on alert for a possible retaliatory attack from Iran in reaction to the killing of Iranian generals on the 1st of April. The Israeli Chief of General Staff Herzi Halevi said Israel knows how to deal with Iran offensively and defensively. He said, "We know how to act forcefully against Iran in both near and distant places. We're operating in cooperation with the United States and strategic partners in the region." Now, for more on this, we were joined by Caroline Glick, who is a former foreign policy advisor to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu from Washington. Listen to what she had to say.
You know, I think that it's true that Israel is in a complicated situation right now because the United States, by saying you're risking our support if you do certain things that you need to do in order to win, the United States is effectively saying that it's not supporting Israel going forward for various reasons. And so that puts Israel in a position where it has to think through its steps and how it's going to take the actions required in order to win this war. So that's first of all in Gaza, but of course, as you mentioned in your excellent summary of the situation on the ground around Israel, Israel is actually fighting or being attacked from multiple fronts at the same time: Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, even inside of Judea and Samaria, otherwise known as the West Bank, where Israel is getting multiple terrorist attacks a day emanating from those areas, as well as in the south from Yemen, from the Houthis, who are effectively conducting an illegal blockade of the Red Sea through their control of the Bab el-Mandeb. So we're looking at a very complicated strategic position, and most importantly, Iran is threatening to attack Israel directly with ballistic missiles in response to Israel's purported assassination of top Iranian generals who have been directing this multi-front war against Israel from their redoubt in Damascus, Syria. So Israel faces a complicated situation on all fronts, particularly given the United States' new political position, which is antithetical to Israel's very basic strategic requirements.
For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.